What's up, YouTube? Got a yo-yo review to do today. This is the MonkeyfingR Forte. So, MonkeyfingR Forte is a yo-yo that came out somewhere around 2013. This is the signature yo-yo of, well, at least it was, the signature yo-yo of Mr. Mike Montgomery, who was on the MonkeyfingR team at the time. And I gotta say, this is probably one of the most fun MonkeyfingRs I've ever played. So let's get into the specs before I talk about it. Diameter is 56.13 millimeters. The width is 36.32 millimeters. It weighs in at 68 grams with the C size bearing in it. It's got the Tasmanian Tornado, at least mine does, the Tasmanian Tornado bearing in it, with the monkey snot silicone. Which is great response. Also comes with the MonkeyfingR ape hanger strings that match the splash of the yo-yo. This was sent to me by MonkeyfingR Ray. Thank you so much, Ray. I love this. I play this. I've been playing this thing a ton. This is a fun yo-yo. This is like really cool. So at first you look at this and be like, oh, it's kind of narrow. I don't know. But then you throw it and you're like, oh, it plays pretty like not what you would expect. You would kind of expect it to be not very stable or like, you know, kind of play a little old school. But it doesn't. I feel like it's got a lot of modern, like, I can get all kind of modern tricks out of it, like stuff like that. But it kind of has that feel on the string of, say, something like an old freehand. A little bit like that, you know what I mean? So if you kind of miss the, like, before yo-yos got huge, see, it's about the same width as the old freehand. Same, relatively similar in diameter as well. If you really liked the freehand, you're gonna really like this as sort of a modern step up to like everything you're doing now. It can handle, but it's gonna kind of give you that feel of like the old freehand did, which is were a lot of people's favorites, and a lot of people won national and world yo-yo contests with it. But this has, you know, the modern size seat bearing, a more modern response system, and a little bit more modern weight distribution as well. You would think it being 68 grams, it would feel kind of heavy, but it really doesn't, just the way it's distributed. You get a little bit of power there because you got a big, kind of thick step down from the rim, but it's not like crazy powerful. I mean, just overall, it's pretty stable. It regens really well, and you know, it's fun to do stuff on. It's really just kind of, I don't know, it scratches an itch that like this isn't a yo-yo that like I'm gonna be able to compare it to other yo-yos and be like, oh, well, it's kind of like this meets this. It's like, no, this is its own thing, but it's good and it's fun. And its own thing that's good and fun, to me, is very good. So definitely a worthwhile piece to grab and stick into your collection. I know every now and then, Ray puts up like 5 or 6 different yo-yos that are like, basically, you know, he just custom anodized them, and we're like, okay, here you go, we're just going to sell these. And sometimes the Forte comes up, and this is the way to go, man. Grab one of these if you get the chance to. Certainly one you should have. If you want to collect these and you're a collector, definitely one you want to have in your collection. I have a good friend who basically at this point he just kind of collects MonkeyfingR and G2 stuff, and he's got one of these and he's like, yeah, it's super fun. Like he told me about it like right before I got this one, and his enthusiasm for it kind of like reinforced my thought of like, yeah, this thing's really good. I really like it. Plus, look how good this looks. Nobody's better than Ray at anodizing. Period. He is the best at it. The dude is an artist, and it's great. It looks great every time. But let's go ahead, throw it around. I'll show you guys what this thing can do. Guys, we are back with the MonkeyfingR Forte. First thing you'll notice, you're gonna think there's like, oh, this is gonna feel weird. It's really not. Like it's a very familiar sort of feel on the string. It's really not hard to catch on the string either. Like you pretty much get all catch zone. Like it's not super wide, so like, you know, if you're gonna do like if you're learning like Eli hops or something, it's not gonna like help you do that. But it's very capable and it's very stable. Like I'm not really paying a whole lot of attention to like keep it on plane, and it's doing so just fine. Rejects off the string beautifully. Regens very well too. So kudos to MonkeyfingR Ray for getting that stability right, because the stability on this is just great. Really is just kind of a regen monster. High walls help with that too. So really fun to do like regen stuff and regen combos. Really cool yo-yo for that type of stuff. I really like the grind finish on mine. It's very nice, like blasted finish, but the blasting doesn't take away from the how good the anodizing is. So gotta love that. Come on. Sorry, I suck today. I've been like watching YouTube all morning trying to catch up on my national yo-yo or world yo-yo contest stuff. Just, I mean, good spin times too. Usually, like weirder shaped, or like non-traditional type yo-yo shapes like this are usually you would think like, oh, it's gonna sacrifice spin or stability or something. It does none of that. It's kind of got a good, even feeling weight distribution, but it spins a long time and it grinds really well. And it's just, I mean, it's so fun. Like, it's just so different to, like, pick this up and play with this yo-yo after you've got something else. Really a great one to add to your collection if you don't have one. There is a little thumb grind lip in there. It's not the easiest thing to get, but it's there. And, I mean, it really just kind of does the things, Response is pretty good. The monkey snot is pretty reliable response, so fan of that. You're not really going to be able to finger spin on this. This was designed back in 2013, so finger spins weren't much of a thing then. Really not a very good cup for that, per se. So it kind of like comes up. But I think it's a very attractive cup, like the way that the cup is done. It kind of gives it a cool like weight distribution. I mean, you can kind of get them. It's just not going to be great at it. It's going to be harder to get that laceration, really, to like bind it. But as far as like just, doing your standard on the string stuff, as long as, it's not really a horizontal player, but neither am I. But for your chopsticky things and your like tech stuff and getting into triangles and all that stuff, it's got good spin time and good stability. And but yeah, guys, this thing's awesome. Great spin time, great stability, super smooth, just fun, super fun. Let's go ahead and stick it on the desk, take it apart, show you guys the insides. Did a little bit of a durability test there. Good to report though. No damage. Got some paint on it, but once I get all that paint off, it should be good as new. So yeah, that regen totally regened it into the wall. But good as new once I get that paint off. Perfection. I really like that. So thanks, Ray. Great ano. This ano is good and strong. If I'd have chucked most other yo-yos into a wall like that, I'd have a nasty ding. Not so much here. Nice. Nice. Kudos. Alright, let's take this bad boy apart. I don't know if I've taken mine apart yet. Comes apart beautifully. These are machined in Canada. Did confirm that. And here you can see, blasted all the way in, but then it's sort of masked off there, so it's shiny. Around the end there. Very cool. Monkey snot. Yellow monkey snot looks cool. I knew I should change that string. I've been playing with this thing a ton. I've had it for a while. You saw it's like I've played with it every day since I opened it, and that was the string that came on it. Totally should change that string. Oh well. It just looked pretty. It died. It was a dead string. Very cool. You can see there's a lot going on here. A lot of like cuts and like the masked off and like there's a little cut there, cut there. I guess I would call this an organic yo-yo, but it's, still sort of like almost a cyborg organic H, which is cool. I like the shape a lot. The monkey finger bearing is superb. I've never had trouble with this. I think Ray does, I think he cleans them and then does like the monkey finger lube on them before he sends them to you, because they're already like perfectly lubed and broken in. Like the lube is like thinned out and broken in like out of the box like every time. So really just a lot of extra care and love goes into everything MonkeyfingR Ray does, and it really shows. And I just really like these yo-yos. They're just so good. They're so like outside of the box, but still like they play really well. So let's get into pros and cons. Pro is different. You don't have a yo-yo like this. Grind finishes are great. Finishes are great. Finishes are very durable. Who'd have thunk? And regen's great. Comes with a cool matching string. The response is very good. The bearing is very good. I mean, really, it's kind of just a out of the box thinking kind of a yo-yo. It kind of makes you play a little bit different, but that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, you ever get stuck in a rut and then play a really different yo-yo and then just sort of like start to think of things and do things differently? I know that's a thing that like Jensen Kimmett talks about a lot. He and Charles Haycock sort of talk about out-of-the-box thinking and how yo-yos that aren't necessarily traditionally, you know, performance or like, you know, competition yo-yos can really make you think outside of the box a little bit and make you think differently about yo-yo tricks. And this, I feel like, falls into that category. It's a great yo-yo to have in your collection. It's a great collector's piece because they're anodized beautifully. Nobody's better than Ray at Ano. Really solid design. Like, it's just... it plays really well. Like, I can't get that across enough. It plays really well. Like, you would think, oh, maybe it plays weird, maybe it doesn't play that great. It's really stable, really long spinning. You're not going to have, like... it's not difficult to play at any stretch of the imagination. Like, it's not a chore to play. Some yo-yos that are really different kind of can be a chore to play. This is not. This is very fun to play. This is a yo-yo that you want to keep picking up, and I feel myself keep reaching for it, and just because it's different. And I really like that about it, and I really like that about a lot of MonkeyfingR stuff, is that they're yo-yos that I keep reaching for. And I've talked to a lot of guys who are also really into YoYoFingR, and they say the same type, or MonkeyfingR, and they say the same kind of thing. So, really no cons to speak of. This is a fun yo-yo. It's an outside-of-the-box thinking yo-yo. I mean, don't buy it to finger spin. That's really the only thing I'm going to say. But if you want a yo-yo that's just not the same as everything else you've got, this is it. This thing's awesome. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thanks again to MonkeyfingR Ray for sending these over. I still have to do the knuckle buster thing with the begler. I still need to get better at that. I still suck at it. I'm trying. That's why that video hasn't happened yet. But the MonkeyfingR Forte, if you get the chance to pick one of these up, I suggest doing it because it's great. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. I try to do yo-yo videos at least 5 times a week. But thanks so much for watching. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.